What do you have, boys? Travis here, and I am doing a new vlog while watching Fear of the Walking Dead. You know, there's been a lot of funny things going on recently in pro wrestling, especially when it comes to the women, and quite frankly, I'm going to give my 2 cents worth on this whole Brie Bella Liv Morgan concept. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Brie Bella ended up legitimately knocking out Liv Morgan with her husband's patented yes kicks, which is a martial arts kick constantly hitting somebody while they're on their knees. Here's my 2 cents worth. Brie Bella has not been in the ring for years, months, God only knows how long. She's rusty. Now, I can understand why people would be upset. She's already faced the Riot Squad twice, and during those times, she just about nearly killed herself while doing suicide dives. If it wasn't for Sarah Logan catching her twice, literally, she probably would have ended up hurting herself and hurting others. That should have been a red flag right there. Now, there's legit heat between the Bella twins and the Riot Squad after this incident, because when Liv Morgan came to, she was totally confused and knocked out, possible concussion, and thinking the match was still on. Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott had to hold her down and get her to the back. And from what I understand, Brie Bella didn't even apologize for it. Now, I'm going to say this. I have never been a fan of part-timers coming in and, like, if I was a part-timer, if I was John Cena or something like that, or even the Bella Twins coming in, if I wanted to get over, I would do it on a jobber, not a well-established group like the Red Squad. The Red Squad have constantly been in there day in and day out, busting their ass, and the Bella Twins come out of nowhere, and now the Red Squad's got a job to them. Don't make no sense. And for those of you out there saying, well, what about Goldberg? Goldberg did the exact same thing. Well, that's like totally different. Goldberg went over on Kevin Owens for one specific reason, and that reason was to get one last run. Goldberg was at the end of his career. Bella Twins would be there for another 10, 15 years. So when Brie Bella did that, it put up a whole bunch of things, in my opinion, right there. People calling for a retirement. No, I don't think that she should be retired. But just to put the Bella Twins on there, especially put them in a main event with Ronda Rousey against the Riot Squad down in Australia, it just don't make no sense to me. Really, it don't. When on the opposite side, you have the Iconics that are going to square up with Asuka and Naomi. Now, I'm not a fan of Naomi, but in my own personal opinion, when you don't go to Australia that very often, and you got literally two Australian girls, that should be the most important match out of the females, in my personal opinion. And here you go. And then a lot of people are saying, well, what about Seth Rollins? How come nobody's complaining about Seth Rollins when Seth Rollins injured like literally 3 people? Okay, here's the thing. I know just enough about wrestling and training that Seth Rollins does a lot of dangerous stuff in the ring. He ended Sting's career with a buckle bomb. Now, the buckle bomb shouldn't be totally outlawed, in my opinion. I think that's like the pile driver. It's just too dangerous of a move to use anywhere, because, you know, when you're Sting and you're 56 years old, your bones aren't exactly, you know, like they were after 20, 30 years of wrestling. So, and then he literally shattered Finn Balor's shoulder with a buckle bomb on the outside on the guardrail. It's dangerous enough when you do it in the ring, but when you do it on a guardrail, and especially when Finn didn't do it right, when he put his arms out and it just popped up his shoulders when he should have been just doing this. And then he broke John Cena's nose with a legit knee to the nose. Now, even when you try to miss, there's always a risk of having your nose shattered with that kind of martial arts move. So these 3 incidents were because Seth Rollins was doing legit dangerous moves that anything could happen. The buckle bomb is a dangerous move. And shit happens when it comes to John Cena breaking his nose when he's trying to make it look good and he's ramming his face into Seth Rollins' knee, and Seth Rollins gets enough of the height into and literally got John Cena's hid behind his hands, cupped it, and then boom. If you can't do the simplest of moves like what Brie Bella did, if you like, there's a fine line between doing very dangerous moves and doing the most simple moves possible. If you hurt somebody with a punch or a kick, the way Brie Bella did to Liv Morgan, I'm sorry, you need to go back and train more. Because literally, and she was doing it so fast that Liv Morgan couldn't protect herself. And she was getting kickback and full impact blasts in the face. If you can't do that move safely, then there's something wrong. And all these red lights are going like totally off. I fully agree. I think the Riot Squad deserves better. I think Liv Morgan definitely deserves better. I think that she's been a great competitor. I think she's got a great gimmick with the blue tongue thing and everything. And the Riot Squad definitely is. I think they deserve a lot better than jobbing to the Bella Twins, who literally are only there to promote Total Bellas, their own perfume line, and whatever else the heck they're doing. They're making so much money that they don't need to wrestle. So why would they risk other competitors' health and well-being by doing this kind of competitive competition when they don't need to do it anymore? I think the Riot Squad were totally justified, and some of the fans. I don't think Brie Bella should be called into retirement. I think, if anything, they shouldn't be in the ring. But that don't. If they're going to be doing anything, they should be in a manager position. Now, and not only that, I don't like the fact that Brie Bella is on two different shows. I mean, what has she done recently to be put on two different shows? I think that she should be stayed away from Monday Night Raw altogether and concentrate on the feud between her, Daniel Bryan, The Miz, and Maurice. That's proper booking, at least in my opinion. I mean, I don't know who the hell would I know, but my opinion, I think that kick was BS. I think it was unjustified, and I think proper action should have been taken against Brie Bella, because literally buckle bomb, that's one thing, but if you can't throw a simple kick and not hurt, if you can't throw a simple kick and not hurt somebody, sorry, Brie mode needs to be totally terminated. I'm Travis Walsh, and that's my opinion.